Anyway, so all I wanted to do was go to the beach. You know, I'd been there a few days, and we'd been down to the beach, but I hadn't had a beach day. Now, for everybody that knows me, knows that I am a beach guy, and I can't wait to get to the beach. And the beaches of Dominican Republic are absolutely gorgeous.
They were beautiful.
It's a shame you people can't allow to get sand in your shoes and stuff, because
I loved the beach.
I'm telling you, the turquoise water down there and getting out in the ocean, it was fan-freaking-tastic. So all I wanted to do that morning was get down to the beach, and I was so excited about it. I went down by myself, which I generally do at some point in time or another. I got to get away from these people at some point, you know. And so I went down.
And we're okay with that.
There's a nice tiki bar there, and I got to say, Juan was the bartender at the little tiki bar there on the beach and made the best mimosas on the whole island. Okay. Ironically enough, Larice doesn't go to the beach, but I ran into her there at the tiki bar.
I have to try out every bar at the resort
if there's a bar,
once.
I'm going to run into her there for sure.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's quality control.
So all I wanted to do was get down to the beach and get me a place and you know, lay out and get, you know, all that kind of stuff. Just take it all in. Take in what the island is all about, you know. So I'm laying there. Well, here comes this lady. Now, I think she had been drunk since last Tuesday. Okay, and I don't think she gets out much. All right, she was from upstate New York, and all she wanted to do was get on her phone. Okay, now she's very, very loud. Right, very loud. Now, everybody. I mean, there are people sleeping on the canopy beds on the beach. All right. Everybody's got, you know, you got your, I mean, the staff there would bring you drinks, you know. You want something to drink? Yeah, absolutely. I'd love a pina colada or whatever. Be right back, you know. They bring it to you, you know, and it's just a gorgeous, beautiful day, and the waves are perfect. The sea was, you know, clear. There wasn't nothing in the water.
No seaweed. It was beautiful.
Seaweed. It was absolutely gorgeous, right? So I'm just taking it all in. Here she comes. And she's got her phone. And she's like, "You ain't going to believe this, but yesterday was a nightmare. First of all, we missed our plane by 3 hours. And then they canceled the flight. So that made us miss our flight to Charlotte, which made us miss our flight to Chicago, which made us miss our flight to Dallas, which made us miss our flight to Los Angeles, and then over into Texas and all this other. We missed all those flights. So we were delayed by 9 hours getting here. It was a disaster. And then they lost their luggage. I can't imagine what, you know, the whole time she's screaming into her phone, and there's obviously people, you know, in the background. She's like, "Hey, Charlotte, how are you?" You know, she's very, very loud, right? Just disturbing. People are starting to wake up in their beds, right?
There's all these people asleep on the beach.
As far as you can see, there's canopy beds, and they got these screens over them, you know, and these curtains, and everybody's just, man, this is paradise, right? Well, here she comes,
relaxing,
right? And she's been drunk for days. At some point on this trip where she missed her flight and she lost her luggage and all this other stuff, you know, she started drinking, and by the time she got there, she was drunk. Okay. And you know how I can't stand a bunch of drunks.
Oh, no.
And, but she was so loud. And then, you know, I'm thinking, God, that's kind of, you know, so I put my earbuds in, listen to a little bit of music or whatever, you know, and then I'd take my earbuds out. She's on the phone with somebody else telling the same story. Now, she told this same story 5, 6, 7 times to different people on Facebook. FaceTime with people back home. Like, nobody cares. Nobody cares. And every time she got to the point where she lost her luggage, she says, "And do you know how much tampons cost down here?" And like, we're all like,
the whole time I'm listening to this story, I'm feeling bad for this guy, you know, this with
the guy she's with.
Yeah, it's horrible for him. Oh my God, bless him.
And she was in this contraption of a bikini with strings and straps and things everywhere that she didn't need to be wearing. Okay. I got to tell you, you really need to look in the mirror before you put stuff on and go out in public, okay? Because they were strings in places that didn't no longer fit, and she fell down several times, and then she went out to the water and fell straight into it, and those strings was wrapped around her head and all this stuff, and there's things we saw that burns your eyes for sure.
Can't unsee
you
that.
can't unsee that. No, it was horrible. Well, here comes Donna and Michelle Myers, and they get them a little place, 2 or 3 chairs down below me or beside me, and Michelle runs off to get something to drink or whatever, and Donna's sitting there, and she's starting to notice this because this lady is right behind her.
Yeah.
And she's starting to look around and whatever, and I went over, I said, now listen to me. Here's what's going to happen. She's going to tell you exactly about her trip and how many times it got canceled and when she lost her luggage. And do you know how much tampons cost down here? Because I do. It's $25 a box. And I told her the whole story. And it was like it was scripted. She called somebody else and starts telling the whole story all over again. And Donna was getting pissed, right? Because we're trying to enjoy the morning, I mean, it's what the hell, I mean, if
You're relaxing.
You're relaxing. It's all over with now. You're here. Let's enjoy it. But it was horrible.
Oh my goodness.
So she goes back out to the water, and Donna's like, I think she's drowning. How is your life-saving skills? And I'm like, I'm going to have to think about it. I don't know. This looks like a pretty good opportunity if you ask me.
Oh my
well,
goodness.
she didn't come back.
Well, yeah. Yeah, what happened to that lady? I don't know.
Don't know. Didn't see her again.
That's right.
Well, we saw her at dinner. We
Oh,
saw
you did?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We saw her at dinner because Michelle
Yeah.
recognized her, and she was
Yeah.
she was semi-okay sitting upright in her chair at that point. And then I think later that night, when this was the day we went ziplining, we were so tired.
Yeah.
And then I
Right.
went straight back after dinner. I went straight back to the room. You were still sitting on the balcony, and then all that ruckus went on, and you started saying, "Hey, look, it's that girl."
Yeah, she
Oh
was.
my goodness!
She
really?
was down below us.
Yeah.
And you've got that one person that has that laugh, right? That
Yes.
you could hear it in the mall with thousands of people.
Oh my word!
She's got that voice and that laugh, and she was right down below us, and
It was loud.
very loud. Very loud.
Was she with a guy?
Yeah.
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 So you did.
Poor dude.
Poor
you know,
dude,
poor
Yeah,
dude.
that poor bastard just wanted to kill himself. I mean, I don't
Poor
blame
dude
him. I
had
mean,
to keep up with her the whole time. Oh my gosh.
if they'd have made an announcement that there was a suicide below us, I'd have been like, well, I understand that. Yeah, you couldn't take it anymore, There's always that guy, like you wake up and you hear the news and it's like, well, this guy was arrested because he stabbed this woman 74 times. And you're like, I understand. I get it. I understand. I just couldn't take it no more.
If you remember, the butter knives were kind of sharp at the end.
Weren't they? Yes, they were.
Yes.
There must be a reason.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it was horrible, but
That's
Sorry,
funny.
we missed her.
Yeah.
I'm glad we missed
Me
her.
too.
We were having a good time in the
Spa
spa.
day was a lot nicer.
well,
Yeah,